Hey everybody, got another package in today. Actually, I got two of them, but the other one's kind of big, so I'm going to open it on the side. It's actually going to be my last video for the next couple weeks, maybe longer. Got a lot of things going on right now, and I got to focus my attention towards some other things, so I won't be having time to sit here and buy silver and do videos and everything else. So I will be back eventually, but like I said, probably at least 2 weeks, if not longer. Just got some personal stuff going on, and I can't be sidetracked with this stuff. So, but anyway, let's get to it. Man, some people, I tell you, they just get these things in here, and I don't know how they get them in, because if I can't get it out easy, that means it didn't go in easy. Come on. Wow. Talk about just really trying to jam something in a box. This should not have been put in a box this size. I mean, it fits, but wow. This is terrible. I mean, I'm gonna scratch the crap out of this thing. Come on. There. Jeez, oh Pete. Well, you can see what it is, so. Yet another America the Beautiful. I'm just trying to get as many of these as I can, so. I know there's 26 of them out right now, because you got 25 from 2010 to 14, and then you got the one that's been released so far in 2015. And next week, I think, is Kitachi, and I don't know how you say it, which is the Louisiana coin. That's being released next week by the Mint, but I usually try to wait a couple weeks after they're out just to see how they do. That's why I jumped on Homestead, because it went out of stock pretty fast. So, but this is another 2014 coin. It's Shenandoah, which is Virginia. So let's check the condition. Oh man, yeah, looks pretty good. Looks like there might be a slight mark right under 2014 right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right under the 0, there's a little scratch, but no big deal. I'm usually not that picky. Well, actually, now that I look at it, if you look at Washington's face on the quarter, it's got a little bit of toning and brown. So I asked the guy if this was perfect. He said yes, so I'm gonna have to email him and ask him why he would consider that perfect, because it's not. I mean, even if he would have told me there's a tiny, tiny spot on Washington's face, but that really isn't that tiny, I might be able to rub that out, but I really hate messing with these coins with the cloth. I've done it with the Lunars and not had an issue, but I've never tested it on one of these, and I don't really want to, but might have to try it and see. So, but anyway. So that's the first thing I got. Next thing. Like I said, I gotta open it back here real quick. It's a little too big of a box to stick in front of the tab. I won't have any room to move. And I tell you, these better be perfect, because I really didn't have the extra money for them, but it's yet another thing that I got an amazing price on. I'll explain what the price is and everything else in a second. So first one, 2014. These are the limited proof sets. When they first came out, they weren't doing that hot. I mean, they sold, but they weren't selling like crazy. Now, these things have just taken off. I wasn't planning on getting them, but there's the 2013 and the 2012. Got all three of them. Like I said, I was watching these when they first came out, and they weren't doing that great. I mean, they were selling, but it's kind of been just like the America the Beautiful, where now that they're, you know, out with the third set, and the 2015 is due to come out at the end of the year, they are really taking off. The 2012 set alone, I've seen go for close to 500. Yeah, it normally goes between like 380 and 425. Most of it, now, the last week or so, every one's been over 400. But I got all three of these for $555, which is ridiculous. Like I said, the 2012 alone is easily a $400 set minimum. You can even value it at $450 if you want. The 2013, you can still get it for about $150, $160, but most of the time they're going up in the $170 range. And the 2014, obviously you can still order from the mint, but you're still going to spend $150 with shipping. So, you know, all three of these together, I think I just seen a set about 2 weeks ago that had all three of them together, and it went for about $850. So for the fact that I was able to get these for $555, I don't know how the seller came up with that number. That's just what he chose. I just basically emailed them, asked them, hey, I'm interested in these three. You know, I don't have any crazy amount that I can give you, but, you know, what's your best price? He actually came back at $650. We did a little negotiating. I ended up getting it down to $555. So without further ado, let's get into these and make sure that they're all good. So I've heard a lot of things about these things coming with a lot of toning and issues, especially the 2012 set, because it was the first set that they did. They didn't put the plastic cover over the plastic, or the cellophane over the plastic with this set. So a lot of people had issues. But, you know, like I said, I'm not really picky. If it's got a couple little minor imperfections, big deal. It's not the end of the world. These are really nice sets, so I figured I'd get them before they're insanely expensive. So, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, this looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not familiar with them, but I mean, there is a few marks on the Kennedy, a little bit of yellowing in the Kennedy, a little bit on the Denali, a little bit on the bottom here of the Liberty, of the Silver Eagle. These definitely look like they were messed with. I mean, they're all crooked. They're not in there straight. I know most of the time when the mint sends this stuff out, they send it out pretty straight. You know, all the coins in there are pretty even and straight. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. So, but yeah, either way, it's not something I plan on selling. I mean, eventually one day maybe, but it's for my own personal collection. So for the price that I paid, I can't sit here and be that picky. But it was another thing that I did ask, is everything perfect? You know, I don't collect anything if it's got imperfections, because when you get a price like that, you know, it kind of just makes you worry a little bit, like, okay, why did I get that price? But he said everything was perfect, but so far it's far from perfect. There was quite a few imperfections on some of those coins in the 12 set, and that's the main set. I mean, that's the reason I spent that kind of money. I could have got the 13 and 14 for probably around $300, so I still paid a good $250, $260 for the 12 set. So these two better be just absolutely perfect. Otherwise, I don't know if I would send it back just because I got such a good price, but I may just resell the 12 set and just put that it has a couple little imperfections. Yeah, I mean, if you look at this one, But then again, like I said, I've heard that the 12s have came with a lot of issues, so I'm assuming that's probably just the way it did come. Yeah, this set looks perfect. Every coin is perfectly placed. They actually used a different kind of holder in the inside, I can tell, which helps hold the coins nice and even and straight. So yeah, this set looks pretty good, guys. So doesn't look like there's any toning. All the coins are nice and even. These are really nice packages they put them in too. So that's why I like a lot of the stuff from the US Mint. They seem to have a lot of pride in what they do. Other than some of the first year releases, like I said, the 2012, I've heard it's had a lot of issues, but you know, they tend to fix it really quick when they have a problem. I mean, you're minting coins, you're using machinery, of course you're going to run into issues here and there, especially in the beginning. I know same thing with those 2010 America the Beautiful 5 ounce. They had never done that before. The thing that I don't get with these, why there would have been an issue in 2012, is all that's in here is Kennedy, $50, quarters, a silver eagle, and a dime. It's not like this stuff's just started getting in production in 12, so I don't know why they had such an issue with the 2012 set, but they did. So but yeah, the set looks pretty good, so I'm pretty happy. Like I said, the price that I paid, you really can't go wrong. Even with the little bit of imperfections in the 12 set, I still think it's a heck of a deal. I got all 3 of them. I'm caught up. Now it's just a matter of getting all the America the Beautifuls and trying to get caught up on those. And then the nice thing is I get caught up on this stuff, get all my graded eagles and a few things that I need to get. Once that I do all that, then I can just start stacking silver, you know, buying as close to spot as I can. Like I said, I'm trying to get a lot of this stuff out of the way while silver's cheap, because the price of this stuff would still tend to go up even if silver were to go up, and I'd rather go for this stuff now before it gets insanely expensive. And I really don't want to dump my money into stacking silver at the moment, just because from everything I've read, I think it's still going to go down. Some people have told me that I'm crazy, that it's just going to do nothing but go up from here, but I see no signs of that. From everything I've read and everyone I've talked to that's pretty familiar with the business, I know a lot of people that have been doing this for 50 years, 40 years, a lot of older guys. They all believe silver is going to crash in the next year, that it's going to come down under $10. But I don't know if I'd go that far, but I don't see it going over $20 for at least a year and a half. So I know I got enough time to get caught up on all these things, get everything, you know, put together, caught up. And then I can start just buying as much of the bullion, you know, silver stackers, stuff like that. But anyway, that's everything that came for today. And like I said, this is going to be my last video probably for at least a couple weeks. So if I decide to get anything else, I'll definitely do a video, but it probably won't be until I'm done taking care of the stuff I have to take care of. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.